Shit, I'm still gonna make me 100 M's with 100 plans. Give me peso, extendo. I carry just like a Greco. Beat around with nigga called Petro. Suck it, you shoulda knew it from the get-go. Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Come on, baby, don't play with it.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Big C, Carly. You already know me. If you don't, welcome to my channel, and thank you all for so much support. Thank you all for sharing my videos, commenting on them, liking them, everything that y'all do. I appreciate it so much. Today is not really a vlog. It's really just more of me a sit down, you know, really just being vulnerable with my supporters and shedding some light on something, a topic that I have been so impelled to talk about for months and months and months. And the reason why I'm just choosing to do it today is because it's just been so much happening in my life. And today I was just riding down the street and I was just thinking in my head, I'm like, God, you know what? I'm ready to fully be obedient and allow you to take the wheel. And this has just been on my mind, and I'm being obedient and talking about it and shedding light on it because I know so many people who are probably going through this, so many people that probably can relate, and I'm just finally ready to talk about it. So the topic of this video today is going to be the importance of mental health and just shedding light on how much suicide has impacted our community. So just to start off, I'm gonna just talk about the importance of mental health. For me, and when I noticed like my mental health was taking a turn for the worse, I'm going to say it's when I noticed that I was masking a lot of emotions and masking a lot of stress and anxiety with alcohol, marijuana, and partying every weekend. It came to a point where I was passing out, didn't know how I got there, what happened, waking up in the hospital. Don't judge me, y'all. Don't judge me, because I know everybody got a past. Okay, everybody has a past, and this is my past, and I'm opening up with y'all, so you know, roll with me. But like I said, passing out drunk. It was one point I was out of town in Las Vegas. I was drinking and I took half of an Adderall, and my friend said that I had a seizure. I woke up in the hospital, didn't remember anything, and it was at that point where I was like, okay, either you gonna kill yourself or something is gonna happen to you in the process, and you're not gonna be here anymore. So you're gonna have to take a change and do something different. That's when I noticed, when I was near death, that's when I noticed, why am I drinking like this? Why am I so ready for the weekend to get drunk and go to the club and not remember shit and feel like shit the next day? Why am I taking Adderall to stay up all night just to be a part of the party? Like, why am I doing these things? So when I slowed down on doing these things and stopped really being in the club like that, stopped being around people and things that, what's the word I'm looking for, that enabled my behavior, I started seeing things for what they really were. I was forced to deal with my true emotions and my true feelings, and really just raising my self-awareness about what I've been doing and how I've been affecting my own life. Like, and it wasn't pretty. It wasn't a pretty process. It's still not a pretty process. It would be times where I would feel like I would have withdrawals from clubbing and drinking and smoking, to the point where I would sit in the dark in the house and just sit in my room and cry and scream, because I would want to do these things in order to not feel what I'm feeling. I noticed, I want to say when I turned like 24, that's when you know, I really started realizing my patterns and my toxic patterns, behaviors. I started realizing all these things, and you know, I wanted better for myself because I have a son, I have a family that loves me, I have people that can't breathe without me, you feel me? So I can't just be out here wild and living reckless and not caring. But what I did realize during those moments when I took a step back from those things, I realized that I was masking a lot of childhood trauma, a lot of abandonment issues, a lot of rejection issues, a lot of shame, a lot of, you know, I was lacking self-love. I was feeling unworthy of being loved, and I noticed that I didn't want to be alone, or I couldn't be alone because I need to look at the camera because I look cockeyed looking at my lens. But anywho, you know, I didn't want to be alone. So that's why I was always trying to link up with people, hang out, drink in the club. Because, of course, that club life, that club scene, you don't have to talk to nobody. You don't have to communicate with nobody. You don't have to show your real self or your real emotions, baby. We just come in, have a good time, drink, get high, and pass out and do it all over again. Like, I feel like the club scene and just that environment is to literally block out all of your distractions and, baby, lead you down a road of destruction. So I hope I covered that part. I made me some little points or whatever on, you know, when I realized, you know, that my mental health was not in the best place. So I hope I explained that thoroughly and I explained that well. So what I'm going to say is, recently I have been asked a question, and this is in regards to my friend Raven. If y'all know me, y'all know that my friend lost her battle to suicide. Being her was two peas in a pod. She was my mentor, my friend, my sister, everything I could ever imagine. She was like, besides my blood sister, like, she was the person that I looked up to the most. She's the person that pulled my potential out of me, and to lose her, it was the most drastic loss I've ever felt in my life. So recently somebody asked me, you know, how have you been since, you know, your friend passed? And I honestly told them, like, with no emotion, no expression, like, I don't know. I haven't had the chance to grieve. Like, I just haven't. So just to start on that topic and why I have not had the chance to grieve is because, number one, life be punching on my ass like a motherfucking, life be punching on me like a punch bag. The devil be whooping my ass. The devil be dragging me by my jumpsuit, okay? And I'm talking about attacking me in all areas of my life. So I'm just going to start off with when I first tried to start the grieving process. My friend passed September 6, 2022, right? So as soon as she passed, y'all, I just immediately like, okay, I gotta get to work. I gotta keep Go Crazy Fitness going. I gotta keep doing this and that. I gotta take care of the people around me. I gotta continue to work and take care of my son. Like, it was not a time that I stopped and tried to do anything to support myself, my mental health, tried to go through the grieving process. I immediately was boom, 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 boom. What I'm finna do next? I gotta keep it going. I can't just stop because she's not here no more. I gotta keep her name alive. It was not a time where I did that. So from September 2022 to June 2023, I kind of started back partying, drinking, smoking real heavy. And one day, y'all, I took a shroom. If you know, you know. Don't take no shroom when you any type of sad, anything but happy. Don't take no shroom, because the shroom is gonna send your ass on down that rabbit hole. It's gonna have you, baby, every emotion you ever felt, it's gonna bring it up. You're going to actually have to face yourself. You're going to have to face your emotions. You're going to have to face everything you've been running from off that shroom. Y'all, let me tell y'all. I went on a hike with my little boo thing. And baby, we took that shroom before we started that hike. And by the time we got off the trail, that shroom smacked my ass like a sack of nickels, baby. And y'all, when I tell y'all, from that time all the way until probably like, and this is during the day, we hiking 11 o'clock and probably ended like at 1 or 2 maybe. I could not stop crying. I was crying, laughing. And when I got home, it was just like a mountain of, I was drowning in tears and just looking up at the sky, thinking about everything that I've endured. Like I said, grief, anxiety, depression from childhood trauma, abandonment issues, me not being so close to my dad as I would like to. Just everything was overflowing to the point where I felt like I was finna drown in my own tears, y'all. So from that moment, I tried to take a leave. Well, I did take a leave from work. I did take a leave. I was diagnosed with stress, anxiety, grief, depression, the whole shebang. And in the beginning of the leave, everything was going smooth, and I ended up going out of town. So I missed my appointment with I missed probably like 2 appointments with my psychiatrist, y'all. When I tell y'all, from then, everything went downhill. My job gave me the blues. When I tell y'all, gave me the blues, y'all, I went almost from August to October, not one paycheck, damn near lost everything I had, suffered worse than I ever suffered in my life. But throughout that entire situation, like, I really feel like I was being tested by God to see, you know, okay, are you still going to try to hold on to your faith during this time of need when you feel like you ain't got nothing to cling on but me? Are you still going to carry out your duties? Are you still going to focus on your assignment, although you feel like everything around you is falling apart? Like, it was a major test, y'all. A major test. Throughout this whole process, I was still, even though, baby, this back then, so even I was still trying to work, still trying to train, still trying to do online fitness. Like, I was still, while I was at the worst points of my life, I was still trying to do everything I could to stick to my assignment and not give up and not, you know, just throw in the towel and not, you know, unalive my damn self. So, you know, it was a really tough journey. Like, damn near lost everything, end up coming home, you know, trying to get back on the straight path and getting everything together, and everything did come back together eventually. So, and the reason why I'm bringing that up is because now I feel like, well, the past few months, I feel like I kind of got in the same headspace, because when I did come back home, I was back working, back taking care of my son. Y'all know my son plays baseball, so we at the field 4 days a week. Like, I'm barely sleeping, barely eating, barely have any time to myself. Like, when I tell you, stress levels got high, anxiety got high, and I just felt like I couldn't take it no more. I can't, like, it's like life is steady going on. I'm not healing. I'm not grieving. I'm not taking care of myself. I'm not really spending time with God like I feel like I should, or like I actually should. Like, I'm not doing anything to make myself feel better. Like, I'm just going like a robot. And then there be times where I get to myself and I just break down, because I'm not dealing with any of my trauma. I'm not dealing with any of my past issues. I'm not dealing with nothing. I'm just going like an Energizer bunny. I feel so like I'm so stretched so thin. I feel like I have advice and encouragement and just I inspire everybody else, and I can take care of everybody else. I know what to do when it comes to everybody else. But when it comes to myself, baby, I wouldn't know a damn thing. I wouldn't know a thing. And so after my son went with his dad for the summer, June 17th, y'all, I tried to take another leave, which is where we at now. Last month, tried to take another leave. I'm getting the same issues with my job, y'all. And that's another thing, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all some advice. When it comes to working in corporate America, these folks don't give a fuck about us. And I'm gonna just say it like that. They give us these so-called benefits, but when it's time to use the benefits, or when we actually need to take care of ourselves and step away from the company, y'all, they make us jump through so many hoops just to take time off and still, you know, be able to afford your lifestyle. So like, I don't know if y'all are familiar with FLMA. So we get up to 9 weeks of FLMA if you know, you have the supporting documentation and treatment plan from a psychiatrist, which I do. But y'all, when I tell y'all, they are giving me the hardest time, like as far as just getting paid and staying afloat with my my therapy, my psychiatrist visits. Like, they're making it so hard for me to the point where I'm like, I am more stressed off work than I am at work. Like, and this was the same thing that happened last year. So I'm like, how can I get better? How can I show up ready to work? How can I show up in my family and be the person that I need to be? How can I show up for myself and be the person that I need to be when I am so fucking mentally drained? How? So not only is it emotional distress, mental distress, now it's physical distress. I mean, now it's financial distress. So that's where I am now, and it's rough, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, it's real rough. But one thing about me, I'm gonna wake up every day and figure out how I can make a way for myself, what I can do every day to contribute to me and my son's future, how I can make a difference in my family, how I can make a difference in other people's lives. But like I said, I feel so stretched thin to the point where I shouldn't even be thinking about nobody else right now. And that's some of our problem. Like, we try to be there for everybody else. We can't never tell people, no, I don't have the capacity to help you. No, I don't have the ability to help you. No, I don't have the funds to help you. That's where that people pleasing stuff come in at. And I got that real bad, y'all. I feel like if I can't help somebody, or if I can't be there, or if they can't depend on me, I feel like my world is over. I just feel like my world is over. I feel like the worst person in the world. I feel like, you know, I should have been able to come through for you, even though if it was on the other foot, you probably couldn't or can't or wouldn't come through for me. But that's just how you are when you suffer from abandonment issues, rejection issues, when you are constantly people pleasing. That's just what comes with it. So, but yeah. Next topic. Back to Ray. I know all my issues started with, well, I ain't gonna say started with that, but her death heightened everything I had already been through in my entire life. I've never had to grieve the loss of somebody so close to me. And it took a real toll on my mental health. Like, at first it seemed, and still to this day seems unreal that she's not here. At first, I know everybody, including me, we felt guilty because, like, how did we not see the signs? Why weren't we there? Oh, I didn't answer my phone for her on this day. Maybe I could have helped. Y'all, when it comes to anxiety and depression, for me, it's like voices in my head bringing up everything that has been traumatizing me. Like, voices that you cannot get rid of. Self-shame, abandonment, rejection, people pleasing, people having too much access to you, and when you need them, they're not showing up. Feeling like you can't be vulnerable with people. Feeling like you cannot talk to anyone about anything that you're going through. And y'all, that stuff builds up to the point where people do unalive themselves. It's happening too much. It's happening way too much. And my friend had such a major impact on me. Like, I just could not believe, and still can't believe, that she's not here anymore. It's a very dark space to be in when you're asking yourself all these questions, and when you're dealing with guilt, and like, I can't even explain it. I hope I'm explaining it well. I hope people that have been through it understands me. Like, it just takes a real, it's like a dark cloud over your brain. Sometimes it's random, sometimes it's frequent, sometimes it's like, grief is unpredictable. Grief is really, really, really unpredictable. And I just don't know how. Well, I know with therapy it'll get better, but y'all, it's hard. It's hard. So, but with her time on this earth, like, she impacted so many people. She touched so many people. She taught me a lot. Like I said earlier, she pulled my potential out of me. She saw what nobody ever saw in me. She motivated me to want a better life. Stop drinking. Stop being in the club. Get in the gym. Like, people are looking at you. You can't be out here wilding out and people are inspired by you. You gotta get your acts together. You gotta stop thinking everybody your friend when people really are out here jealous of you and want to hurt you in any way that they can because they see your light and they're jealous of that light. Like, she taught me all about marketing myself, promoting myself the right way, building up my own community, like how to become financially free, like how to just be a genuine person and just be yourself, and your community will find you. Like, she taught me so freaking much. And to this day, I don't feel like I could ever repay her. I feel like every day I wake up and I strive towards my dreams. I strive towards, inspiring others to be healthy and be healthy mentally, physically, and in every aspect of their life. I feel like every day I'm working towards something that she instilled in me, and that's the only way I can repay her. So yeah, but that was her impact in this world while she was in this world. And even with her not being here with us, her impact is still, like, it will never die. Like, there's one person that made her mark. Raven, you really made your mark. You really made your mark. And I hate that you felt so undeserving of being in this world. I hate that you felt so alone. I hate that you felt so overwhelmed and so anxious and like, nobody understands you. I hate that you're not here anymore. But what I can say is advice to anybody who's feeling that way, or anybody who has suffered, from grief of losing a person to suicide, or just losing a person, period. Y'all, God has a reason for everything that he does. God has planned out our life so far ahead of us, and we have so many things destined for us that our brains can't even imagine. So I know every day may not be peaches and cream. I know one day, baby, you might be having a mental breakdown. The next day you may be having the best day of your life. I know you may have a business plan that you feel like it's not working out, or you just don't know what you're doing, or you don't have any help. I know you may feel like you're at the end of your ropes with your kids, your family, your job, and you may be up to here with life. But baby, I promise y'all, God has not led us this far just to leave us. That's what I always tell myself. I look back at my life. It's been plenty of times I couldn't have walked out that hospital bed because I done gave myself alcohol poison. That one time I had a seizure because I took an Adderall and mixed it with alcohol. I could have easily not been here today talking to y'all right now in this video. It's been times where people could have drugged me, took me home, did anything to me. It's been plenty of times plenty of chances God have given me. So if you wake up every day with the strength, with a vision, with support, just keep pressing on. I promise it's not the end. We're going to have bad days. Seek therapy. Seek any type of support groups around you. Find you a community who wants better for themselves, who's not indulging in self-destructive activities. Just find your community. That's what has helped me. Finding Raven turned my freaking life around, y'all. She connected me with her community. I've grown my own community. I'm a part of other people's community. And all of us literally, like, I don't have nobody around me right now that's not striving towards their goals, that are indulging in self-destructive activities. I changed my entire mindset around. I changed my friend circle around. I changed my community around. And it has been the best thing that has ever happened to me. Y'all, I thought I was going to be real emotional on this video. I have been so freaking emotional, but I feel so much better talking about it. So like I said, seek therapy, talk to your friends, maybe, you know, get together a small girls group and everybody plan once or twice a month to get together, journal and talk about what they're going through. Like, stop bottling so much up to the point where you feel like you are going to explode. Like, we have to stop doing it, y'all. We got to stop, because these suicide rates, the cases of mental health and depression and anxiety is through the roof. Forget a political campaign, baby. I'm going through real life stuff. Be damned if I do, be damned if I don't, for whoever win presidency, baby. I'm going through a mental battle every day. But I'm going to keep going. Y'all going to keep going. And we going to keep going. And I love y'all. And thanks for coming to my little talk. Please take mental health seriously. Please be aware to suicide and people that's around you. Check in on your people. Check in on your family. Put all the beef and the crazy stuff and the disagreements and the pride and the ego, put that stuff to the side, y'all. Because one day you could be here and the next day you could be in a casket in a blink of an eye. It's not worth it. We are much more than this. We need to start doing better when it comes to coming together as a community, as a unit, as just like, I don't know how much more to explain it, but I hope y'all understand where I came from on this video. And take your mental health seriously. Get you a therapist, get you a friend group that has you know, that's like-minded. Go to church. Just do something to get that word, to get that encouragement, something that helps you cling on to your faith when you feel like you can't take it no more and you want to unalive yourself. Baby, just drop down to your knees and reflect on all the times that you thought you weren't gonna make it and God still pulled you through it. Reflect on those times. If he ain't leave you then, baby, he ain't gonna leave you now. So again, I love y'all. I hope this video helps someone. I know that I have gone through so much in my life and I'm still here today, and I'm going to continue to try to be here. I'm going to try to show up and walk out my assignment as God planned it for me. I know it may be hard. I've been going through the worst times in my freaking life the last 2 years, but like, people don't even know it. I still show up, and if I can show up, you can show up. So I love y'all. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And see y'all on the next one.
I don't even got me 100 pieces. I'm still gonna make me 100 M's with 100 plans. Give me that song.